So you had a guy that exposed Apple for something they was doing that many of you would not be pleased with. So he was saying that the company had a program that listened to the Siri recordings, and he's made that known to the world. Now, this guy by the name of Thomas Labonick, he said he worked under a Siri grading project. He said that gathered snippets of audio in order to improve the smart assistant's accuracy. He said that while he working for Apple, he heard private and sometimes intimate recordings, including medical discussions, criminal activity, sex, and official business talks. Now, he said the whistleblower at first, he said, remained anonymous, but revealed himself in protest against the lack of action taken against Apple for violating fundamental human rights, and has done so with an open letter to the European privacy regulators stating his concern. Okay. Now, for me, I never turned on Siri, not one time. I don't like nothing like that. Well, I can call your name and all of a sudden you answering yes, hello. Like, well, you listening on a good day. You've been listening. If you have Siri on, Siri has been listening to you. I knew that from the moment they came out with it. That's why I said, oh, no, I'm not turning this on. If I need to find something, I type it in myself. I mean, they got, whatever I need to find, I'll take my time to do it. I don't need no AI to do anything for me. That Alexa thing is another one. No, I'm not going to be calling no Alexa, no Siri or anything else. Forget that. We have to get back to, at times, knowing certain technology we need to not fool with. And that's one of them, because they're sitting up there sending your information, you up there being intimate and you talking business or whatever else, and there you're sitting up there collecting it. That's not right. That's not right at all. So the guy said that he's extremely concerned that big tech companies are basically wiretapping entire populations, and he's worried about that. Now, all of them are following what we're doing. Let's just call that what it is. Facebook, Instagram, which is the same company, WhatsApp, all same company. You have Google and all these different properties. When people say about, oh, TikTok, they reporting back, on user information. I say all of them are doing it. That's the only reason we still have the internet, is because it's easier for governments to spy on us. Beyond with you, that's why. If they couldn't spy on us with the internet, we wouldn't have it. It makes their job a whole lot easier to monitor you through the internet and your usage. So if you think you're not being monitored or can be monitored, then you probably don't need to use the internet or a cell phone or whatever. They can track you wherever with those phones. So understand that. The Siri thing, I'm reporting it because I would tell people to turn it off. Don't fool with Siri. Go in your settings and do that. You can go hit the settings button on your iPhone. You can scroll down. You can see where it says Siri. Hit that and turn that mess off. Do it on your iPad, because they say you'll do it on iPhones and iPads for sure. So go turn all that mess off. Anything they have Siri, turn it off. So now they did report that was true what he was saying. He said, but this was done without the user's consent. You didn't say, hey, you can collect data. I always turn anything you say, sharing data with this one, sharing analytics. No, I'm not sharing nothing with you. No, I want all of that mess off. You understand? Now, they said that in July of 2019, they admitted to it, as we talked about. And they claimed that, they looked at that because they wanted to improve the diction of Siri, and but user request wasn't associated with user IDs, said the company. But this is the thing. You admitted to it. You don't have to explain nothing else. So I'm just telling you, turn off Siri. That's what I want to tell our listeners. Turn it off. And I made sure when I read this report that my wife's phone had, make sure hers was turned off, or the iPads or whatever, because like I said, I never had it on in the first place, but I noticed that she had it on. But it was her first time getting an iPhone, because she was like on Android. But I said, look, it's easier for us to deal with Apple, in the house. So we all just, at least she was the last one that was holding on with Android. I can't stand Android phones. They get hot, they slow. I just can't stand them things. And I used to be an Android person, at one point in time. You would never have me on Apple, but once I got my first Apple device, then I was like, I'm sold. But, leave me a comment, guys. Let me know what you think about the situation, with Siri and Apple. Like I said, anything an AI, like Alexa or anything else, turn that mess off. You do not need that.